Welcome back, people. Welcome back. I've been in quite a rush today. I was reminded I have some coasters to make. I was like, oh crap. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna be crocheting some sunflower coasters, and kind of making it like a time trial challenge. Yeah, so yes, welcome back everybody. Welcome. Okay, we shall go inside. Let's go inside. Here we go. I'm trying out something new. Here. Let me resize my model here so it's not so strange looking. There we go. Okay. Welcome back inside, people. Welcome back. I have these extra screens now. I'm just like, what should I do? What should I say during them? Oh my goodness. Okay. So yes, I woke up late. I don't like waking up late. We really need to fix our sleep schedules. Yeah. So, but yes, so I was very hastily crocheting like a tester poppy coaster. Seeing how the pattern worked up, and I was like, I don't really know about this one. I'll probably have to look for a different pattern. It doesn't help when there's no written pattern for it and it's just a video. So yeah, and then also listening to it without audio because I'm listening to another video. Yeah, my attention's just been all over the place today. So hopefully it'll be entertaining for you guys to watch me just like completely go nuts trying to crochet. I need to do 3 of them, 3 sunflower coasters, and then like a little basket that goes in them. So we'll see how far I get. And then yes, Strongheart, I added you to the shout out list for that Streamlabs does for people. So anytime that you come into the chat for the first time, it will send out your channel link and hopefully get some more subscribers that way. I'm gonna guess it's you, Neo. I'm gonna guess it's you. Okay, let's move on over to here. You guys can see my hand cam. And oh no, the avatars need to be moved up. There they are. There they are. Let's start off strong here with some more stars. Of course. Okay. So, I believe that this pattern, it calls for a 5mm hook. I cannot find my 5mm hook anywhere. I don't know where it went. I have no idea where it went. But I do have something close to it. Where is it? Where are you at? I have a 5 1/4. I have a 5 1/4mm hook. So, that's my closest one. That's my closest one to 5mm. So they might end up being just like a little bit bigger. That's fine with me. So let me pull up my pattern here if you guys want to follow along with it. Let's see. Sunflower coaster pattern. There is that. I will pin that in the chat. Hello, Coco. We make them perfect race, perfect race human while you make coasters. All right. Good luck to you as well. Okay, so there is that. I'm going to start here. It says to do magic ring and then chain 2. I have not been doing the chaining. I've just been doing a like starting double crochet, or like a foundation double crochet, whatever it is. Thank you, Zoe. It's somewhere, I don't know where. As I bump the camera, I don't know. I checked my crochet bag. That sometimes I have, you know, some extra like stitch markers in there, extra pair of scissors. It's not there. It's not there. I found my 5.5 millimeter hook, but not the 5. I know it's somewhere, but for the sake of getting this project done, I have this one that's the closest one. So yeah, like hopefully it won't be too much bigger, but maybe just a little bit. So anyways, so I'm gonna start off here with my brown yarn. The color is of course a little bit off. It kind of looks like a reddish brown. It's brown. It's mocha, loops and thread, soft classic, and then I also have the loops and thread soft classic in butter. So this one's a little more accurate to the color. Hello, Hang Rufus. Hello. Welcome on in, people. Welcome in. Okay, so we're gonna start off with this magic ring here. As always with my crocheting streams, this is not a tutorial. This is me hanging out with y'all while I'm working on my projects. So if you were looking for a tutorial, it is not over here. It is in a different dungeon, a different castle. You finished the crochet jacks? Oh my goodness. Congrats. I love that. Okay. So like I said, I've been doing like the starting either single or double crochet, because I don't like the look of the chain in the middle of my work, or like in the middle of the magic circle. I don't like it. So okay, so we've done that one. Now we're gonna do 11 double crochets into the ring, and this first one that we did counts as the first double crochet. So that's 2. Let me pull some more yarn. He lives on in our yarn, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this is actually the first time that I've used this hook for something. So that's 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and that should be 12. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And now we are going to almost close it all the way. Now, some people still do like the normal slip stitch, like putting your hook into the stitch here and doing that. I found a modified way of doing this. So I pull the loop up a little bit more. I'm going to adjust my brightness. It is too dark for me. It is too freaking dark, and I need this to be a little brighter. Where's my setting? Hello, OBS. Okay, there we go. My face is tired right now, Zilly. There's a reason why I do the models these days. I am so busy that I don't have time to like get all dolled up and made up for the camera. So my face is tired. If you want to see my face, look in the earlier streams. Okay, so I have a loop pulled up here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I go through the back here, my hook through, put this loop back on, and pull it through. And that is how I've been doing my slip stitches. That you did. Be sadly passing. I took off tomorrow. Playing together in bed watching crochet. Oh man, I'm sorry that that's happening, Jake. And you know, they're not with us for the rest of our lives, but we're part of their lives for the entirety of it. You know, and so that's the best we can do. You know, is give them a nice and comfy life. A life worth living. Okay, so I've put the magic circle tight, and then I also put a securing knot back here to make sure that this magic circle doesn't go anywhere. I don't want it to loosen up later on. Okay. Now round 2. It wants us to chain. It wants us to chain 2 again, and I'm not doing that. I am not chaining 2. And that would be. Let's see. I'm gonna slip into the top of that first double crochet because I want it to be right there when I start. So pull up a loop like that. Try reversing the exclamation point, Silly. Put it at the very start and it will play it. Twist that around. I just really do not like the look of the starting chain. So I just don't do it. 1 in the same place. Oh, okay, hold on a second. I'm going too fast. Into the same, into double crochet into the same place. You need chains. Okay, so it wants that. And double crochet increase times 11. Okay. So we're putting 2 double crochets into each stitch. I had my coffee today without any food, so I was like, I was shook it. like, I need to get things done like now. Now. My gift to my dad for Father's Day is already done and packed up. Just needs to be sent off to the post office. So when these are done, I need to pack them up as well and send them off. So I'll probably do that on the same day. Apologies if I don't respond as quickly to the chat. I'm like on a freaking roll. Finishing my vid, I'll be back in like 10 minutes. Alright, sounds good. My race human has finally won a blue trophy, so I name him Insane Bolt after Usain Bolt. Oh my goodness. How did you manage to get the human to win? It seems like they just flop over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 2 more here. Oops. Okay. So there is that. And of course it wants us to slip stitch again. Right in here. Okay. Now round 3. Okay. Another chain too. I'm just like, how about no? How about no? This type of like backwards slip stitch does seem to make the stitches closer together. There's not so much of a gap. Okay, I'm gonna pull my yarn to the front like that. Let me back up here because that loop is really loose. I want that to be tight. Now I can pull it to the front. There we go. Okay, up a loop here. You cleaned your entire closet and now it's messy. It was worth the time. Oh my goodness, yeah, for sure. It's mentally cleansing. But good on you. Awesome. Okay, now it wants another double crochet in here. And then a single double crochet into the next stitch, and 2 in the one after that, and just repeating until the end. The poppy coaster that I was making, man. There were like the entirety of it is mainly comprised of treble crochets. Oh man, I hate treble crochets where you have to like yarn over twice. Oh jeez, drives me nuts because they take so much longer for me to do than the double crochets. And there's so many of them. So that's why I'm looking at it. I'm like, I think I'll try a different pattern. I think I think this one is not for me. My insane bolt race human got beaten now, so I have to retire him to glue fat. Oh no! Yeah, hopefully he tried his best, unless he just like flopped down and laid there. I have started up a cool looking purple blanket here that I work on while Wolf and I are watching anime. I'll keep that right there so that my hand can rest upon it. Uses all of the purple yarns that I have. So this light one going into a darker one, and then the super dark purple here with like a peach color in between them, and then starting with white. So it's a nice gradient. Basically just a gigantic granny square is what it is. So I can I can work on it without having to think too much. Four rounds of each of these colors, except for the peach that just has one round of it. I was considering using green instead of peach, but then I put the colors next to each other and I was like, oh no, we're using peach. It just looks prettier. It looks more regal. Looks more regal that way. So that's an increase. So this one is just one double crochet. And then this one is two. And we're just alternating back and forth, whether it's increase or just one double crochet. So then this one will be an increase. And then this last one should be just one. And then we are going to go in the back of the starting double crochet, put the loop on here, and then pull it through and tighten it. And there we go. And I think that this join is closer together than just a regular single slip stitch. So new race human one, race and I call him Super Saiyan Bolt. I have to go to bed at 12 tonight. Sorry. Oh, don't apologize. It's all good. It's all good. You gotta rest when you gotta rest. Okay, so now we are going to so now it says for us to fasten off the yarn, so that's what we're gonna do here. Put my 3mm hook away. I love this little, like, the mini US General toolbox I have on my desk here. It's so satisfying to have like an entire drawer set on my desk for my hooks. And then I use the lower section for all of my scissors, my pin cushion. It's really nice. I like it. Okay, we go fasten off there. I am going to not so I'm going to attach my yellow, okay? But normally what I've been doing is tucking this tail into the stitch, like while I am going, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because what I want to do to make sure that these are like very secure is I'm going to take a needle, my yarn needle, and after I'm done attaching the yellow, I'm going to weave it in. I'm going to weave this tail into each of the little fibers to make sure that it is like completely secure. I do not want this tail to come out and to be unraveled or anything like that. So let me get my yellow here. I'm gonna swap out. There we go. Put the brown over there. Okay. I'm gonna do my slip knot. Make sure the loop is not tightened. And I'm gonna start it over here. Okay. Tighten just a little bit there. Pull it through. Anywhere on the edge, and make a chain single crochet into the same stitch. Okay. So I will do. Actually, hold on a second here, because again, I don't like those chains. I don't like how they look. They look bulky to me. So I sometimes I'm like scrolling on Facebook, and Facebook knows that I do crochet. It just knows. And so some of these tips and alternate versions of stitches show up in my feed, and so I save them and I practice them, and I'm like, oh, actually I like that a lot more than the starting chain or the regular slip stitch. Oh, come on, buddy. I have to make this a little bit looser. A little bit looser. So I have a little bit more yarn to work with there. Even though it takes a little bit longer, I think it looks nicer. So yeah. Over. Okay. Immediately after, we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then single crochet increase into the next stitch. Okay. So that would be this one here, and again I am leaving my tails out. I'm leaving these out. It is such a natural thing for me to want to tuck them in to each stitch as I go along, and I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. Okay. Then it says skip the next stitch and make a single crochet increase in the following stitch. Okay, so not this one here, but in this one. Hold on, give me a second here, because I feel like my camera could be a little bit better. Okay. There. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it a little more. Okay. Repeat from the asterisk for the rest of the round. Have the last stitches be a single crochet increase and a skipped stitch. Okay. So after this, we chain 4. 2, 3, 4. Into this one. Oh, I'm not gonna yarn over. Alright. I hope that looks right. Skipping this one and going into the next stitch. Chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then going into the stitch next to it. With an increase, it says. Okay, so each of these are single crochet increases. We skip one here. One, 2, 3, 4. I keep wanting to yarn over. I'm like, no. We are not yarning over. Stop. I get so comfy with the double crochets. Okay, and we go into this one. Chain 4. You made another single? Oh. Does that one have a character or a theme or any words on it? One, 2, 3, 4. Uzi from Murder Drones. Oh, how fun. How fun. Hello and goodbye to you as well, Hand Palette. Three, 4. 1, 2. Skipping over here to this one. I made 2 singles, one And double and 2 star, which I'll probably make into a necklace. Nice. Glad to hear that your crafting's going well. It's a crafty kind of a day. Skipping this stitch, going into the next one with a single crochet increase, chaining 4, and putting a single crochet increase into the stitch following, and then we skip this one, go into the next. And let me count these. 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so we should have this one here being our last one. And then, let's see, what does it say to do? Make a, let's see here. Last stitches, be a single crochet increase and a skipped stitch. Slip stitch into the first chain. Oh, I didn't do a chain, did I? No, I did not. I kind of want to put like a single crochet in here and then slip stitch, so that one's not just left with one in there. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it'll be somewhere in here. Again, people are already lighting off fireworks over here. We have some very enthusiastic folks in these parts. Next weekend? No, it's now. Let me see. Let me use a smaller hook here. See if I can get these loops to behave. There. Smaller hook to the rescue. Did it play it, Spank? Oh, there it goes. There it goes. I was too early. Okay. Round 5. Do not make any starting chains. Thank goodness. Instead, double crochet 4 into the chain 4 space you made in the previous row. Okay, we love a double crochet. Now I'm gonna start this off. Do I need to really do? Does it really just start off like that? I guess so. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's a picot, isn't there? Yep, there it is. Make a picot stitch at the top by chaining 3, slip stitching it the third chain from your hook. I think that it was supposed to be into. I think that's what that was supposed to be. 1, 2, 3. And then put that on the hook. And pulling it through. And then make 4 double crochets on the other side. And then a slip stitch in between the single crochet and okay, so that's the next part of it. Two, 3, 4. I wish that these were not so big. These big hole spaces here. Is air conditioning illegal in Europe right now? Of course the Radish of Wisdom would be offended by that. How dare they? Absolute, how dare they? Part of me wants to go back and not do a chain of 4. Like, I want to see how like a chain of 3 would look. Because I don't like how big this hole is. I spent over here because of the heat. Government took away people's AC units. I did see there was a lot of complaints about that when the Europeans came to America for the World Cup. They were like, "Oh my gosh, you have air conditioning here. That's amazing." I was like, yeah." Watching the videos, I'm like, yes, we have that here. I think I am gonna go back. I'm gonna sacrifice some of this time here. Listen, I have like less than 3 hours. I can do it. I can do it. So I'm modifying this pattern a little bit because I don't like how big the spaces are. These little chain spaces, I don't like how big they are. So instead of chaining 4, I'm just gonna chain 3. And we'll chain 3 instead. Okay, everything else I think will stay the same. Have about 8% plus is extremely expensive. Yeah, they make it extremely expensive, huh? Okay, I gotta go back up here to the top. So it's chain 3. Okay. We will see how that goes. I just yarned over. No yarning over. I really just don't want there to be a gigantic hole there. I don't like how the size of the hole looks with 4 chains. 1, maybe 2. I'll try 2. That might look better. Okay. One, 2. that'll be a smaller hole there. Welcome back, Strongheart. Well, the heat wave, they took the AC from people that had it. What? Under what reasoning? That's crazy. Being heat stroke because they can't cool off from heat exhaustion. Yeah. And they don't, I mean, I don't know if they have like cooling centers. I know over here in the winter they have warming centers. I needed to have skipped a stitch back there. Yeah. Not this, but going into this one. Oh, I already did a chain there. Okay, so there's that one. We need to skip the stitch. Chain 2. Because I'm not doing chain 4. That hole is way too big. Just make sure she's on my bed in the blankets straight out of the dryer. It's so warm, I feel like a cat. Oh my goodness! I love that feeling so much. It smells so good. It's such a wholesome feeling. Towards on a Black Friday sale in US for fans over there when a store does get them in. I bet, yeah. People scrambling to get them in. They're like waiting to see if they're in stock. So a delivery truck comes in. They're like like hoarding around it. Yeah. And then I saw videos. There were some people that also have like limiters on how much you can open up your window. Like what the heck? That is too much, man. Like even if you wanted like a breeze to come through, your window's not open wide enough to let that breeze in. Okay. Now these holes should be smaller. So 1, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 there. Thank you, Isaiah. Thank you. Hopefully I can make 2 more of these before midnight comes around. That's what I'm hoping on. I think I can do it. I have faith in myself. So because he was going to spray in air over here of the summer to cool off, had reverse effects, and that kind of stuff is like mad science kind of stuff. Like, I think he's insane. Just leave your ground floor windows open in Europe. It's safe. The government said, "Oh my gosh, jeez." Yeah, in that kind of a culture, I wouldn't trust anything that they have to say. Can you add like scents to the flowers? I mean, you could probably add like essential oils and stuff. So, I don't have any of that, but like a sunflower scented one, I don't have any of that. But if I were to make like crocheted mint, I do have mint essential oil that I could infuse into it. Okay, I am going to... I need my smaller hook. I need the help of my... Where is it? My 3mm hook. To get in these loops here. My 5 1/4 is too big. It is too big. There we go. Thank you, 3mm. Okay, and now we are back to where we were. I, of course, am going to go in here somehow. Somehow I'm going to bring this yarn to the front. To loosen up those loops there so I can get in and just slip stitch it to the front. Okay, now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we will chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then go over here to the base of the first chain underneath these 2 loops and slip stitch them through. And then put 4 more double crochets. 2, 3, and 4. So that hole is a little smaller. It's still there, but it's a little smaller. So there we go. Okay. Make a slip stitch in between the single crochet and crease stitches right where you skipped a stitch in the previous row. So that will be right here. So we're going to go in here and slip stitch. That modified slip stitch that I did over here, I only use that one for joining the round at the very end. Okay, repeat from the asterisks onward. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 3. Come on, yarn, work with me here. I have an upcoming project sometime in the future that I need to learn how to knit to complete it. There we go. There's our second petal. Now we're going to slip stitch into this space here and just repeat all the way around. I'm gonna go all the way around with this. That's 3. One, 2, 3. Four double crochets into the chain space. There's 4. 1, 2, 3. Go in. Come on in there. One, 2, 3, 4. I think I used this same pattern for some sunflower coasters that I made for my best friend. If I do recall correctly. But back then I was just gonna just following the pattern to a T. I was like, okay. I followed the instructions. If something looks weird, it's not my fault. It's the instructions' fault. And now I have more experience, and I'm just like, I'm gonna alter some of this pattern here. Some of this looks a little too big to me. But I think that's what experience brings to you. Trial and error, gaining muscle memory with things, knowing what to do to go back and kind of adjust things to your liking. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. I will say, I think crocheting floral pieces is definitely, I like doing that more than amigurumi. I've done, I think, three amigurumi-esque types of pieces before. And I mean, I guess like I think like depending on your method of crocheting flowers and like floral pieces, that might be considered amigurumi. Maybe I don't really know. I've only ever seen that like used as a way of describing like a plushie or like a stuffed animal. But I assume that if you were to like crochet up like a, you know, flower and then like put like stuffing into it or make it very 3D, maybe that would also be considered amigurumi. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. But I have a very big amigurumi project coming up in August that I need to use safety eyes on. And I've never used safety eyes before. I have a small pack of them. If I wanted to do another if I wanted to do another Miku shrimp, but with safety eyes, I could do that. I wish that she didn't take so long to make. But again, something that probably comes with experience. Oh, I've placed that in the wrong spot. Goes right here. Two, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. Just kind of laying this down flat to see how it lays down. So if I try to like envision like a coffee pot here, it's definitely nice and sizable to the coffee pot there, or a coffee cup. I mean, I guess if you made it big enough, it would be big enough for a coffee pot, like the whole thing. 2, 3, 4. And 3. And 4. I would just like to say bless this skein for not knotting up on me with the center pole. Thank goodness. Thank the Lord. I do not need any time constraints from handicaps. I do not need that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Go in stitch. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, like a dance. I don't need to yarn over there. My muscle memory is always telling me, like, yarn over. It's time to yarn over. I've been doing so many double crochets. 2, 3, and come on. 4. We're gonna chain 3. Do a picot stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4 double crochets. And I think we have one more left, one more petal left. And we'll slip stitch into there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're making the tip of the petal with our picot stitch. And then 1, 2, come on, 2, 3, and 4. And then the round is finished. Fasten off the yarn, weave in any ends. I'm gonna go in here. And then let's see. Lay that down flat there. Nice sunflower right there. Let's see. Let me see. I think I'll also pull up my loop here. Go in between. Pull that through just so it's a little more together, and then chain 1 to fasten off, pull it tight. There we go. Get my blade here, snip that off, pull it all the way through. And there we go. Took me an hour and 10. Oh man. If that, actually might take me a little bit longer. I'm gonna move on to the next one. I'm gonna do my weaving in my off stream. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we'll put that there. Looks very nice next to the blanket. Okay. Goodbye, dowels that I'm using for my yarn holder. There we go. There's the brown. Find them eventually. Somewhere. Okay. Hold everything nice and secure there. Under, grab that working yarn. Go underneath both of those. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Thank you, thank you. I have two more to make. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. And then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 12. All the magic ring almost closed. Pull up that loop there. Go into this, to these 2 loops from the back. I'll tighten up the magic circle all the way. I do not like doing the chain 2, chain 3, and put all the double crochets into that first chain. There's a hole in the middle of it, and you can't tighten it. You can't tighten it up to make it like that. Okay, I'm gonna bring my yarn to the front with a slip stitch, and then let me go back up and see what it wants. I think we're just making it double crochet increases. Each of these stitches. With the bigger circles, I feel very inclined to count as I go. With these ones, not so much. After round 3, if I do more rounds in it, like this is 1, 2, and 3, you can see the separations here. If I have to go beyond 3, that's when I start counting. So I'm just like, I need to make sure that I actually counted these properly. Otherwise, the math ain't gonna be mathing, because there is math involved in crochet. But it's a math that I actually, you know, am not bored by. Math in school was one of my more challenging subjects, because you know, you would get up into like algebra and geometry, and yeah, it was not a pleasant time for me. having to plot those equations onto a graph and find the like you would have like 4 options for what the equation is, and then you have the answer already. I'm trying to determine, like, okay, if this is the answer, then what is the equation? I'm just like, I hate you. And then having it plotted on a graph, I'm like, I want to die. It is the last day for me to you know, get this completed. And if I don't complete this, I'm not going to graduate. I hate this. I need to redo this one because I accidentally went through a loop that I wasn't supposed to at that point. 2 and 2. There we go. Okay, we do one more increase in here. Pull up my loop to slip stitch it into. And then pull it to the front. Now, right now I'm also going to go into the back of the magic circle and pull it. And then make a knot so that it does not come undone. I'm coming undone. There we go. Now we are going to do the same thing here, except for instead of it being an increase in each one of the stitches, it goes back and forth between increase and a single double crochet. So there's the increase. This one is 1 double. And then 2. So we do 2, and then 1, and then 2. And we just repeat. So this one is 1. And 2. One. And 2. And I do go back and like just make sure every single time. Not every single time, but like every other stitch. And I'm like, okay, let me just look to make sure that I haven't made a grave error. And doing an increase like twice in a row. I kept screwing up on the poppy one, the tester. So I had to go back, and like that one is made with a bunch of treble crochets, and they take so long. Like I said earlier, they take so freaking long. I almost wonder if I should do another center part here, another brown center part. Oh no, hold on a second. I need to go back. This is supposed to be an increase. Yeah. Go increase. Single. Then an increase. And then one last single in here. Pull that up. Insert my hook in there. Pull my loop through. Make sure everything is nice and secure in there. I'm going to make sure my tension is the same. About the same size there. And now I'm going to fasten that off. Pull that through. I think I'm going to make another one of these just while I'm already over here, so that I could do two of them in a row while it's still fresh in my mind. And then same thing with the yellow part. Circle. Some people hate doing the magic circle. I understand why. It goes a little all over the place sometimes. Twirl that around. There we go. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the last one, 12. And just double checking my count. 2, 3, 4, 12. Yes, there is 12. Doing my backwards slip stitch in here. And then pulling my yarn, my working yarn up to the front. Okay. This is my second round of this third coaster here, because this one here is the second one, this one's the first one. Maybe this method of doing them next to each other side by side will make it a little faster for me. We'll see. It's already almost 10. I believe I can do it. I think I can. I think I can. Just double checking, making sure that I've done increases in each of the stitches. Okay. Pull up my loop there. In through the back. And then bring it back to the front. Okay. I'm gonna go over here and then once again tighten up the magic circle. Make a knot in there. There we go. Okay, now this is the increase. Now we're gonna do just 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2. I'm just saying this to remind myself as I'm going. Let me make sure. 1, 2, okay. 1, 2, 1 and 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let me just make sure again. I probably should have done some hand stretches before starting all of this. And then one for our last one here. Going through the back. And then fastening off. There we go. There's the base of our third coaster. There we go. Okay. Give me a second while I take a little bit of a water break. Okay. I'm gonna move my brown yarn here to the side because I am done with it. I'm done with it. Starting off here with our yellow. Right there. And it wants us to single crochet here. Then, oh, this is, okay, so where I then chain 2 instead of chaining 4. Yeah, okay. Single crochet there, and then we skip 1. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, into the next, skip into the next, 1, 2, oh no, I need to do increases. These are all increases. That's why I was like, wait, no, something is wrong here. 1, 2, there we go, okay. One and 2. That's why it looked off. Sorry if I don't talk too much. I'm like super focused. Okay, it's 10, 10. It's kind of a speed challenge for me to see how many if I can make 3 of these. This is the first one, second, third. Within 3.5 hours. Let's see. Let us see. Because it gives me a good metric on how many I'm able to produce at a certain time. And if I do them correctly. That's the other thing of it. I have to also do them correctly. That's after the chain. We skip one. Go into this one. Chain 2. Why am I double crocheting here? My brain went into autopilot. There. One, 2. And I'm going into, let's see, this one here. One last final single crochet. Pulling that up. Let's see if I need help from my 3mm hook here. Let's see. Non-yarn. Don't split on me. You can do it. And then moving up to the front. Go. Okay, and now we do our 4 double crochets. 3 and 4, chain 3, and picot stitch. 4 more double crochets. 3, 4. And then we skip. Let me make sure that's right. Oh, we slip stitch. Yes. Okay. I think I said skip. I meant slip. 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 3, picot stitch through, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 3, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4, like I said earlier, like a dance. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've already done 4 petals. 4 out of 12. I need to stretch my hands. My hands start cramping up. Okay. Start up another petal here. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 1, 2, 3. 1 more in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. Let me move some things here. Hold on. Okay, and then up my saturation a little bit more. There we go. One, two, three, and four. One, two, three, four, go stitching through that. One, two, three, and four. One, two. Hello, sewer rat. Welcome back to another stream. Making some sunflower coasters here. That is 3. Hello and goodbye again to you, Ham Palace. Let me just adjust my posture here. My goodness, I'm shrimping. Shrimping out. There's 3, 4, chain 3 and go into the base here. And then I believe this is our last petal on the second one here. At around 10:30. One, that's 2, 3, 4, 3. One, 2, 3, and 4. Going in here, slip stitch in, and then I've been doing a reverse slip stitch into here. So I want it nice and secure. There we go, there's another one. There we go. So when I go to make the little, do I have one over here? Let me see. Yeah, one of these. My goodness, it looks so dark on the screen. One of these little pots. I'll do that. And then just imagine that these tails are woven in, right? So we can fold them up like that. Or you can lay them onto each other. Personally, I like to fold them in half and then twist them. So you have it like that. Now you can place one right in there and then take another one and do the same thing, roll it up. I can place them like that inside of the little potted plant object. Hello, Hang Rufus. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm making these cute little crochet sunflower coasters. So there's those two. Now I'm gonna make my third one here. If I get to it tonight, like if I finish this one before stream ends, I'll do the weaving in of the ends of these here. We'll see how far along I get with this. Go in here to this one. Attach my yarn. Twist it a little bit so that it functions like one strand. And we go through it again. And that's like my single crochet there, and I do chain 2. next one. And I do an increase. Skip this next one and go into one after that with another increase. So it creates that space there for your slip stitch in between each of the petals. Chain 2, single crochet, increase, skip one, go into the next one, chain 2, and I'm just going to continue this pattern here all the way into the end. Making sure I skip a stitch in between these single crochet increases after the chain 2. My arm had an itch. Had to take care of it. That one, and we should have 12 of these chain spaces by the time that we are at the end. Making sure that we're doing increases in each of the stitches that we're going into. So the pattern calls for a chain 4 space instead of a chain 2, but I found that the holes were too big. So what I've done is I've adapted it into a chain 2 space instead, so that the hole here is not as big. It was too big, in my opinion. Chain 2. Nearing the end. Work my last chain 2 space here. And then into the stitch. Skipping this one and just putting one last single crochet right next to that one. I'm gonna pull up a loop right here and do a backwards slip stitch. I don't know if that's the actual technical term for it, but that's what I'm calling it, because it pulls the yarn into the back. Makes it a cleaner slip stitch, in my opinion. Now I do have to bring the yarn to the front, so I just put my hook back in there and do a slip stitch again, bringing the yarn to the front. Okay, now our last round of the last coaster. double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. Picot stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4, because it's 4 double crochets. Gotta make sure I did that right. Otherwise we're gonna have issues. Something's going to be very off there. One, 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1 and 2, 3, and 4. Slip stitch in between. Hello, bratty girl. Welcome on back. I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. I know it's a process. I hope that there's been improvement though. Well, howdy to you as well. Just making some sunflower coasters. I've made 2 already over here. And then this is my last one. So I'm hoping that I can get it done. I think I will. I can't see the rest of these petals taking me like an hour. So. My cat's making me pissed off. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Yeah. That restriction, that would drive me absolutely freaking nuts. Anytime I've even had like a cut on a finger or like some other part of my body that like I need in order to like make something or like craft something, like when I've had like a sty and I'm not able to like fully open up, you know, my left or my right eye, that is another restriction and it annoys me to no end. Like I just sometimes even having to like use the restroom when I am in my zone, when I am in a like productive, creative like space and I'm like I'm locked in, I get upset that I have a physical body that I have to maintain. Like I just there's times in my life where I'm just like I wish I was just a creation machine. I wish it was a machine that just makes pretty things. Pretty and functional things. I just, you know, I abandoned my physical form. Just want to make. So I can fully understand how having the cast would piss you off. Like any kind of restriction. Two, three. Like I really don't know what I would do without my hands. I think I'd probably go nuts. I think I would lose my mind. I attribute like a large part of my personality and my sense of self, and sometimes even my sense of self-worth too, in when I'm able to create. And without hands, like there's very, I think that there's very little that you're able to physically create without hands. It would take a lot of adjustment and getting used to live without hands. So fingers crossed I never lose my hand. Because then you guys are gonna see me absolutely just crash out. I will crash out. One, two, three. Oh, I almost went for a double crochet there without having done my picot stitch. To make sure I didn't accidentally skip that in the other petals. One, two, three, four, two, three, four, two, three. One, two, three, four. One and two, three and four. One, two, three. One, two, three. Oh, come on, yarn, stay on my finger. There's some people that they do like this with their yarn, and it's too tight. The tension is too tight for me. So I just like very loosely hold it around my finger like that. And some people even do like around the pinky. Again, I feel like it too easily becomes like too tight for me. One, it goes away from me too quickly as well, so. It's a double-edged sword there. The way of holding the yarn. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Go stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your doctor called today to see why I refused the pain med script. To remind him opiates and Crohn's or no. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Exactly. And good on you for reminding him about that, because that's, you know, like if there's someone out there that also has Crohn's and doesn't know about that bad combo, and you know that doctor ends up, you know, prescribing them that and they take it, like that's, you know, it's not going to be good. So hopefully he'll commit it to memory. Looks like last petal here on the 3rd coaster. So yeah, good on you for reminding him about that. Good, yeah, homeopathics. I feel like there's not as many like complicated chemicals going on in conjunction with each other, and sometimes, you know, not being good companions in that way, you know. Keeping it natural. You made another candy star. Congrats to you, Neo. Go under here. Fill up the loop. Go back here. And connect those two. Fasten it off. Is there a reason I apologize so much? Like, there's a psychological reason I apologize so much, or do you think it's the environment and people I'm surrounded by? That's a good question. It might be both. It might be both. I think, let me see. Let me ponder. Because if if the person that you've apologized to has already said like it's all good, like I forgive you, it's, you know, like, you know, we accept the apology and then we move on from it, but then you keep on apologizing, it's more like, because I feel like that's more like you apologizing to yourself. So it might end up being like a thing where you need to like forgive yourself for that as well, you know, like you, like the person you've apologized to has moved on from it, but you haven't, you know. And then also with the like the environment and people that you're surrounded by, like again, like I said, it could be both, where, you know, the environment and the people you're surrounded with, you know, have not moved on from that and have like further like enforced the repeated apology. That could be something. But it's good to introspect about it, you know, and try to like understand like why it is that you do the things that you do, what the motive is behind it, you know, to like better understand yourself. I think that's healthy to do. So, but good question. Thank you for asking. Try to disconnect the cast from my leg. I was so frustrated. I wanted to cut it off. Yeah, I feel the same way. I've never had a cast before, but again, like the restriction would drive me nuts. Oh, it would drive me crazy. I have to go tomorrow afternoon to the orthopedist. Well, I wish you well on that visit. I hope it's all good news. I hope it's all speedy recovery. Okay, so now we've got this one finished. I'm going to weave in these ends. I do need to use the restroom. So let me just lay these down. And then I need to make their own basket as well, because this one's a little too small. This one's a little too small for these flowers. So let me use the restroom real quick. And I will be right back. Let me lay these down like this, so you guys can see there's 3 of them there. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna use the restroom. Be right back. Okay, I am back. Sometimes I apologize for apologizing. I think that goes back to the, like, feeling guilty about stuff that, like, you don't need to feel guilty about. So... you gotta accept yourself, man. Basically, give yourself some grace. Have mercy upon yourself. I'm gonna tell them to give me a boot and take the same thing off if they can. Oh yeah, feel free to get water, of course. Of course. Yeah, boot so much better than the cast. I can imagine. Yeah. The more movement, the better for the mind. So, perhaps not for the body, but for the mind, yes. Forgiveness making my day better when it wasn't energy. Well, you're very welcome. Again, don't be so hard on yourself, you know? Ooh, okay. Let me get my yarn needles out here. Put the yellow away. There's so much yarn everywhere. Okay. All right. We'll take out the knitwear here. And we're gonna start weaving in these ends. So for my water ball lately, I normally hate them. Oh yeah. The mobility. I need to remember to put my my crocheted water bottle cozy thing, whatever, back on mine. I made one and it just so happened to fit perfectly. I was like, oh, this is just a tester, but I actually quite like this, so I'm going to use it, and I just have been forgetting to put it back on. I made it while Wolf and I were traveling to Alabama. So that was another speed test for me. I was like, how quickly can I crochet this up in the back of the van that we were renting? Very cozy, very comfy van that we rented from Enterprise. I'll weave these in here. Then I'm gonna go through the fibers. Fully make sure that these are not going to unravel. If they get washed, I don't want them to come undone at all. Okay, it is now 11 o'clock. I think I've made excellent time. Started at 8:30. So that's two and a half hours for 3 coasters. Without having to weave in the ends. I think weaving in the ends is like everybody's least favorite part of crocheting. It's just tedious, and you know, but it's a necessary part of it, because You don't want all of your hard work to be lost. So now I'm going to go straight down into the center, and that is where I'm going to cut it. Some people swear up and down against knots. And I can understand that, like, eventually it might end up coming undone. I do both of them, honestly. I do a knot and it's like a really small knot, so you don't even feel it, you don't even see it. And then I weave in and out around the knot and around the round. I used to knit and crochet like a machine, one project to the next. That's the era that I am in, Bratty Girl. That is the era that I am like fully entrenched in. These coasters are for a coworker of my mom's. So I made my mom these like succulent coasters, and she's been getting a bunch of compliments from coworkers. So I'm making stuff for her coworkers. I tell you what though, after my stream, I'm gonna be very peckish, very hungry. I got up, I had my coffee. I think I had a cookie. I've eaten a cookie. That's it for food. I'll go down to the second row, or second round I should say. Just weave in through there. Yeah, I have a knitting project that I need to learn how to knit in order to do this project. My Oma, which is Dutch for grandma, she started a knitted quilt that had all the different like milestones in her life, but it's not finished. There's like a couple of squares that like there's one square that is not attached and doesn't have the little decorations on it for the birth of one of my cousins, and then there's another square that hasn't been knit yet. And so I need to learn how to knit and then finish the knitted quilt. So thankfully I have actually. Now I don't know if these are the knitting needles that were used to make that knitted quilt, but I have these. They're a size, it looks like 4.5 millimeter. So yeah, and I didn't buy these. I didn't like. I think these must have been my Omas. So yeah. All I ate today was a tuna sandwich. Was too hot for anything else. Yeah, man. Yeah. Wolf and I have Japanese cucumbers growing in the greenhouse. They haven't flowered yet, but the plant is doing really well. And I came across a It was a meme, and then it started an interest in it of a recipe for like cucumber sandwiches, which are supposed to be really refreshing on a really hot day. So once those cucumbers start coming in, and we start harvesting them, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to make the cucumber sandwich. Supposedly they're really good. I have never had one before. I guess other people they eat them during like they call them like a tea sandwich. Like you eat them with tea, like a cup of tea. So we will do that. Nice thing about weaving in ends is I don't have to count anything. Which is somewhat relaxing in its own way. Yes, watch videos on YouTube. That's how I learned to crochet. Just watching videos on YouTube. Beginner friendly crochet pattern, and then it's, you know, back loop only, starting double crochet. Picot stitch. Do a jasmine stitch. Like, what? Do a what, you say? How much time does it take to get creative, and how much creativity does it take to figure out time? Oh goodness. My brain has exploded. I mean, it depends on the day. Sometimes it's you know, as soon as I wake up. Sometimes it's, you know, well into the day, or I guess night, that I start getting in my creative juices, stewing in the creative soup. Sometimes you feel like creative soup, and sometimes you don't. And then how much creativity does it take to figure out time? 2% creativity to figure out time. I don't know. 2 pea pods worth of creativity to figure out time. Yeah, man, cucumber salads are nice and refreshing. How's Wolf feeling today? He got some more sleep in. I know the before we headed to bed, he was feeling hungry and that he was having a headache, so I ended up making us like fried potatoes, and ground beef, and eggs for breakfast. I'd say breakfast, and then we go to sleep because our sleep schedules are all messed up. So and then I also gave him Airborne as well. So he's been getting extra sleep. Hopefully feeling a little better. Okay, 11:10. One's all nice and woven in. We're gonna snip off the ends. There we go. That one's all nice and woven into. put that over there. Next one. Oh, I also made him it was like a can of Campbell's chicken noodle soup, and then we have some cans of cooked chunk chicken. So I added that in there, and then I chopped up some carrots, added that as well, a little bit of milk and thyme and parsley. So getting some calories in him. Something for his body to heal with. Yep, looking up. So hopefully it made a difference. Okay, poking through some more stitches in here, just making sure that this is going to be nice and secure. Adjust my position here. I don't want to be a shrimp back. I don't want to have shrimp back. Going back and forth here with my weaving. Making sure to go in between the fibers. And that's the reason why I didn't crochet around the tails like that. Like making my stitches around them, because you can very easily just pull them out. And then you could lose your work. So by going in between the fibers, I think it's less likely that that's gonna happen and come undone. Every time I say come undone or coming undone, I think of that corn song. Which reminds me that one of these days I need to make either a Teto or a Gumi cover of a corn song. Maybe Twisted Transistor, because that was the first corn song that I ever heard. It was in a YouTube video, an old YouTube video that I don't think it's around anymore. I've tried to look for it and I have not had luck in finding it. But there were pictures of the comic Johnny the Homicidal Maniac paired with Twisted Transistor. That's like, this it was like a goth awakening for me. I was like, oh my gosh. I was in 7th grade. I was like, I like this a lot. Whatever this is, I like this. So everyone that I had gone to middle school with, 6th grade, they saw, you know, how I looked, and then summer happened, and I entered 7th grade with a lot of eyeliner and black hair. I've been meeting with my accountant tomorrow at 4. Talked about getting me paid while you wait for the for the other hats. Oh my goodness. Let me call the first and demand money up front though. Yeah. I mean, it's up to you. Up to you how you're gonna want to go about that. But hopefully all goes well. Hopefully. Fingers crossed around the yarn needle. And I appreciate the effort as well. If they want to make me crazy, they can pay for their privilege. Yes, 100%. I second that. If you're gonna make us go crazy, at least, you know, have some monetary value to it. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that a lot. And he does too. Yeah, we're trying our best to go down and see his family for 4th of July. So any help is appreciated. Go back the way that I came here with the weaving. I think I might actually have some time left over in the stream. It is only 11:20. There we go. Second one is nicely woven in. Perhaps I'll start the basket. I've been bugging me about the dragon image. I don't like how the one I've been doing is coming out. If you want to send it to me, I can try my hand at it. And send me what you've got. Or if there's like, cause again, like I thought that like one of the book covers had the dragon on it. Or I can also look the episode that it like shows like part of his back tattoo, or like when he transforms into the dragon. Could try to get something from there. My programs keep trying to make it Orient's. Oh no. Did you mean this kind of dragon? No, we don't mean that kind of dragon. Oh man, it doesn't know what we want. But yeah, I don't mind helping you out with that. Taking the stress of it off of your hands. However I can help. I will try my best to. Back the way that I came here with my weaving again. I go one direction and then I turn around, go through the yarn in the opposite. So it is then fully secured, as much as it can be. Two more tails to weave in after this one. Back through. Supposed to be a wyvern keeps ending up Chinese. My programs are culturally confused. Oh man. It's not educated on the differences. And that makes it difficult, right? It's supposed to be you know, helping you out there with the designs, and it's like, nope, actually this is not what I'm looking for here. What program do you use? Started making them in resin. Oh wow. I've seen some really pretty stuff made with that. There are some very silly people out there though that will just like pour resin on like anything and just ruin it. They're like, no, don't do that. Why? Kittle and a few others. Gotcha. You made a Spink, you made a joint in resin. Why am I not entirely surprised by that? I think that's very in character with you. That's very on par with your character sheet. They all revert to Chinese dragon. Oh my goodness. It's been fed information that this is the only origin source of the dragon is the Chinese dragon. I have to look for it, but I believe I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, I'll send it over to you. Be like, is this the one you're talking about? So hopefully it's the right one. Is it colorful? I can't remember. Here, give me a second to weave in this last tale here. And I will look for it again. Because it was one of the book covers, it was like, from what I saw, one of the ones that I saw was the back tattoo. So it might not be the one that you're thinking of. But let me go all the way back down to here and snip these two. They are completed. There we go. Okay, let me take a look here. It's like, yeah, it's like blue and orange with some yellow in it, it looks like. Almost red. Maybe it's not a book cover. Maybe it's, well, let me mute this tab. It says it's from the image itself. It looks like it's from TikTok. Oh my goodness, there's people who are making the Black Dagger Brotherhood characters in The Sims. Oh man. Oh man, they made Rach look like a Ken doll. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. That is funny looking to me. Okay, let me save this one. And then there's some others as well that has more of a clear image of the dragon tattoo. The wyvern tattoo. Oh, oh no, there's pictures of season 2. From an article. Oh my goodness. I can't look at these. I'm gonna end up getting like impatient for season 2. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me get some like a tannish colored yarn here. And then we will begin the beginnings of one of these little pots here. It's very dark on the screen. With this one. I have too much yarn inside of my yarn bag and it is like falling over. Is there a center pole in here? Or is it just gonna be yarn barf? Was there ever a center pole? Nope. Nope. Curse you, mainstay. It's not. No, it's Red Heart. I was about to say. Curse you, mainstays. It's not even mainstays. It's freaking Red Heart. We go back to the episode where he eats the lessers and gets a tummy ache. Oh yeah, yeah. Any kind of visual reference, I will extract from and then combine until we've got a clear image there. Okay, let me put these over here. Where's my 4mm? That's 3. Oh, there's 4. Someday I'll find my 5mm hook. See if you can focus on it when Beth is sitting beside him. I do remember that scene that you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that. So I'll go back and I'll look for it. Okay, let me see. Oops. Now I need to start this magic circle over again because I wasn't sure if that was gonna fully attach there. Okay, let me look to see how many I'm putting in this. How many double crochets? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like it's 12. Yep, she made up the Alka-Seltzer for him. This is why I wanted a freaking... There's the center pole. Oh, it betrayed me. It betrayed me. Yeah, it was either 3 or 4. One of those two. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Yarn ball maker. Much easier to work from a ball. Yeah. Yeah. And like I have the magnetic yarn holder here too that let me see, where's a good example? So I recycle toilet paper holders, the cardboard, as well as paper towel holders too. I just like cut them and then I wrap them around, and then I put the label inside, and then I put that onto my yarn holder. It's a lot easier than just putting the entire skein on there. It's less messy that way. Gotta say, that's crazy to think that in my time zone I'm gonna be 21 tomorrow. Well, happy birthday, Asaya! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! You have unlocked another milestone in your life. You've made it another year. Put my labels in my ball form as well. Yeah, it's just easier to keep it organized that way. It's much easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm gonna put this over there. I need all of the space that I can get here. Okay. Now I go. Let's see here. Back to the front. Make yarn from human hair. That's gonna be very itchy, Spank. Very itchy and very thin too. I've seen people make yarn from like rabbit fur and sometimes dog fur. I'm just like, A good size box of craft stuff waiting to be sent to you. It just keeps collecting stuff. It's like a black hole. I appreciate that, Bratty girl. I will take your crafting bag of holding off of your hands whenever you're ready. Oh my goodness. This one is increases, so 2, 8, 12, 20, 22, 24. Okay. I want this basket to be bigger than this one, so it fits all of the sunflowers in it. So this one had well, this one was made with a smaller hook, it looks like. Well, maybe. Yeah. Maybe a 3mm. It's gonna be bigger regardless. So it's the shirts that you sent me designs for a while ago, but I started sorting crafts and put them in plastic to come into to come in the box. Oh, gotcha. I mean, hey, that's what saves you money on shipping, right? Like, might as well just put them in the same box. No complaints there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. And the last increase here at 24. They'll ask me for shirts whenever sent me the design. Oh, I mean, I have all of the all the designs with like the emotes, logo, but then he changed the channel name to Havoc Report. So, which I have a design for that too. I have that that you see on his streams. So I've got everything. Even the old logo. It was a gag he wanted me to put on. Was it the communists aren't people, you can eat them one? Because I have that. I think it was a 1-800 number thing. Oh, okay. I don't know about that one then. I was not privy to that one. Okay, so this one is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Oops, going through Different spot in the stitch there. 2 and 1. Been waiting since I was 13 years old for this moment. It doesn't feel real. And 10 months ago, I was counting down the months, weeks, and days for this moment. Absolutely, yeah. Time flies when you're having fun, when you're keeping busy. All the more reason to stay productive, stay creative. Before you know it, man, you're gonna be 25 and then 30. That's coming up for me in February. Yeah. I'm like, no. Once you get to that point, it's like, okay, can we stop having birthdays? I'm done aging. I don't want to anymore. I'm done. I'm cooked. I'm done. Take me out the oven. I think it's 25 or 23 that you have to be that age in order to like rent a car. I think, from what I remember. I could be wrong about that though. Oh, that's a single crochet. I meant to do a double. But yeah, you've unlocked some more features. Okay, there is round 3. And then as soon as I get this slipped in, go. Move it to the front. Pull that up. Now we do a standing double crochet there. 'Cause I don't do chains no more. Unless I have to. Ready, girl? We have one shirt that's like an XXXL, like a triple XL. And when I put it on, yeah, it's the same thing. It's like a dress. Very comfy though. I like it. I think it's a Flavor Forest shirt, like Cryptids of the Corn. This one's gonna be just a little bit bigger. One, 2. One, 2. Give my hand a break a little bit. Tiny with a big ol' attitude. I mean, that's the best way to be, right? Better to be tiny with a big ol' attitude than gigantic with a small attitude. That's my opinion on that. Okay, let's see, was that 2? So we do 1 double, oops, 1 double, and then an increase, so that's 2. That's why I say 1 1 2 1 1 2. 1 1 2 1 1 2. Coming up to the end here. A couple more of these. 1 1 2. And our last 2 here. 1 and 1. There we go. Now we got round 4 completed. Trained by men that taught me how to fight. That's how I met Rich. Oh, you took on a Marine. Oh my gosh. He went to the hospital with a shattered knee, and I went back in the bar. Oh my gosh. Ultra based. That is freaking badass, bratty girl. Rich was his gunny. Oh, I see. The lore deepens. Okay, let's see here. I'll pull this up a little bit. Then twist it around. Make a loop there, and then pull it through, and then let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now I'm gonna go into the back loop here, so not both of them, but just this one here. And we'll do some single crochets. Am I doing single crochets? Yeah, okay. I had to make sure. Oh, I've got 3 minutes. Oh no. Come on, yarn. Don't screw me over. Hello, Crescent. Good seeing ya. Watching Jesse V while watching this. Oh, dual dual watching. Well, I appreciate ya. See if I can get this this base layer of this basket done before midnight. I got my 3 sunflower crochets finished, or crochet coasters finished. All the ends are woven in. I'm just doing the basket for it. A little storage basket. Hoping I finish it, or finish this round before midnight. I think I can. Getting down to the wire there. There we go. I did it. Yes, you will. Yeah, don't drink anything you can't recognize. You'll be fine. Yep. Okay. Need to slip stitch. Yes, I think I do. I can't remember how many stitches I did. I can't remember. Because I was not counting. Move that up to the front. Okay. There we go. Need to remember to put a knot in the middle of that magic circle. Let me pull this. I'm going to put a stitch marker on it. There we go. Okay. I will continue that basket later on. So, drawing your OCs. Oh, nice. Giving them some more life. Alrighty, everybody, this is gonna be the end of my stream for tonight. I did make these 3 sunflower crochet coasters. They are 100% finished. They are woven in. They are good to go. So now I just have to make the basket for them. Make one of these guys. So then it will be completely done. They will have a home to rest in. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope that you will join me again on Friday. This upcoming Friday. Let me see what day that's gonna be. That's gonna be so if Wolf and I are able to go down to 4th of July, I will let you guys know via posts if I'll be around for streams next weekend. But I wish you all a good 4th of July. Always stay safe. If you have pets, make sure that you comfort them and make sure that they are in a safe environment and not just wandering out and about. Please, do not let your pets wander about outside on 4th of July. Do not, or even the days coming up to it. Make sure that your animals are loved and cared for. And then be safe with the fireworks too if you are celebrating. Yep, sounds good, Bratty Girl. Sounds good. Alright, I'll gonna move on over to here. Once again, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate ya. I appreciate you spending your time over here. Choosing to hang out with me while I'm working on my projects. Doggy doesn't leave the house without you. Good, good. Responsible pet owner. Here is my digital art gallery link if you want to check out my art gallery. I make no promises, to be careful with fireworks. At your own expense there, sewer rat. You know what you, hopefully you know what you're doing. Give me a follow over on the Twitter. If you would like to follow me over there, I post posts. Thanking people for joining me, links to the streams when they've ended. So yeah, feel free to give me a follow over there if you want to be kept up to date on that. And then here is my Ko-Fi. If you want to support me over there, feel free to do so. That's where I host my commissions as well as freebies for PNG Tuber Plus, like the model that I'm using right now, as well as bases for digital artwork. And then if you want some personalized artwork from me, feel free to check out my commission website. My will do's, my want to do's, my price sheets, all of that good stuff. Anyways, I'm heading on out, y'all. Thank you very much for joining me once again. I hope I'll see you again on the next stream, whether that's during this this upcoming weekend or the one afterwards. I will let you guys know. Making some daggers for your little person. Yes, yes. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. I'm losing my voice. But yes, I will try my best to make those. No need to pay. No need to pay. But yes, so I'm heading on out, guys. Thank you. I keep saying thank you very much for hanging out with me. Until the next stream, stay creative, stay vibing and stay creative. See you next time. Bye bye.